Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we have the A-list editor at the editor station today.
How you doing?
Thank you, Michelle. And let's get this going. Let's talk about. Let's see. I want to save your rant for last, Q. Now we don't have a lot of news this time. I couldn't find a lot. I've also.
We're also planning to be talking with our boy Blood at, so I'm letting him
there was
the
that,
show.
And I also was playing with I picked up one of those Rift S, and I was playing with that most of the week instead of looking up news to talk about during the show.
That thing is so cool.
Every time you knock on his door or call him, he sounds angry because he's like, I gotta take off my headset and go answer my door.
I may or may not have accidentally punched the camera.
Yeah, that happened.
At least I was nice and didn't play like a horrific prank on you, because once I realized that you were sitting over here with most likely headphones and a Rift headset on, I was like, this is a good time to screw with him. But
I don't know. You start walking up those stairs, I'd probably hear it, because the way the Rift's headset works is it doesn't actually sit on your ears. It just it's built into the band that goes around your head. So you can still hear things that are going around you.
You may have to test that
just a little
theory
harder
at some point.
And I did have my gun sitting next to me.
I know you do. That's the real deterrent, is going, like, will I get shot? And am I still willing to risk it anyway?
As a matter of fact, it's sitting in front of the editor right now. So.
Don't worry about Blood X. Life always gets in the way.
Anyway. Pointless at all that stuff. Did you see Bethesda release Doom on the phone, man? You can now play Doom and Doom 2 on your Android device. I think they're like $5 a piece.
Well, after y'all made Vault 76 not work for them to make money, they had to find another way to get involved in these apps or something, so they went with Doom.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a single purchase. So, you know. But yeah, it was like for the 25th anniversary, though, they decided to release them on mobile. I thought it was really cool. These are games that, now will I play it on my mobile phone? Probably not. I actually have it on my computer, so.
You know me, I'm adamantly anti all phone games, but you actually have tried a few out.
I have, and as far as shooters go, I don't do very well with shooters on my phone.
You're saying a fast-paced, high and intense action shooter on your phone may be annoying to play that way?
Yeah. I mean, I'll play like puzzle games and stuff on my phone that kill time, but it is really cool though. I mean, and you have a lot of people that do play a lot of games on their phones, so maybe it'll reach out to a younger crowd or something.
We'll see.
But. And also, you do have Doom Eternal coming up soon. So
now that I'm curious. My most interesting part about that is wondering where the story's going to go.
So pretty much anything you do Doom wise is sort of setting up that Doom Eternal
advertisement, get its face out there, then the brand. I mean, it's a smart tactic, and at least this isn't them bastardizing something that we like.
Because I mean, if you look at the cover for Doom 1. And if you look at the cover for Doom Eternal, they really tried to hit the nostalgia with Doom Eternal.
They're like, you remember this cover, don't you? Look. He's fighting them all.
See, very, very similar style. You know, you have the Marine, the Space Marine right there in the center, taken out. So I thought that was sort of cool. You know, they sort of did a little bit of a homage to the original Doom's cover.
I know, it's cool. And like I said, compared to the money attempts they made recently with like Elder Scrolls Blades and Vault 76, This is not nearly as painful that they're just putting the games out on the phone. It isn't just a bastardization of a well-beloved, franchise. It's just, hey, we're going to port a couple of the old games onto the phone. Maybe this won't make you cry.
But yeah, so if you're looking for some old Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3 love, check out your mobile app store and and it's probably there.
Wait, did they send you the Oculus? Is that what we're?
No, no.
Okay,
no.
we sound like a commercial for a moment.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
huh?
By no way are we supported by Bethesda or any of the Doom franchise. I just like the game. And
Good.
so,
I thought they say you owe me some scratch if they sent some money, man. Like, hey.
I wish I may actually pay the editor.
And
By the way-
editor needs to be paid.
Yeah.
Maybe that other guy that's on camera.
By the way, if you do want to help support us, you can go to patreon.com/Dicejunkies and support us through our Patreon.
I would hope they would
page.
call us directly if they were Bethesda, though. Like, that'd be
No,
messed
not,
up
not,
if
not Bethesda. I was talking to everybody else.
you literally set us
But-
up for
but
Bethesda to
Bethesda-
drop $10 in our Patreon and go like, there you go.
Bethesda needs to come over and hang out.
That would be funny, though.
That would be funny if Bethesda went on Patreon and dropped a few dollars. We'd be like, well, we can't say nothing. That's
Yeah. Thanks for the shout out. Here's $10.
If only. If only.
pretty sure my Vault 76 Blades comment. I don't know if we can get the whole 10.
Oh, that's true.
They do. They'll
they
be like,
took some back. They were like, oh, never mind.
here's 5 for the host. Here's 5 for the editor.
Go
But the
back
co-host can go to hell.
Oh no, we went back and watched you talk about Fallout 76. Screw you guys.
According to them, they knew it was bad, and they're not surprised.
Oh. All right. The other thing I saw that I thought was cool is the new Zombieland trailer. Have you seen the new Zombieland trailer, man?
I haven't seen the trailer, but I've...
Time to nut up.
And I gotta admit, it looks like it's gonna be as funny as the first one. It was
Oh, no, it looks
surprised the
good.
first time. And
Dude, the number of stars they have managed to pull into this thing as well. Like once you get further into the trailer and you start seeing like some of the other people, they have brought a lot of talent into the second one. So
I just have to admit that I've seen Woody Harrelson try to be in a lot of movies recently, but this is actually some of his best stuff, man. Like, he was funny in Zombieland. He already is cracking me up in the next Zombieland.
yeah.
And I know why it works. Here's the secret. This here, Woody Harrelson is Woody Harrelson in the new movie he's in. And this is the current Woody Harrelson. It works in the zombie movie. It did not work in Star Wars and the other movie like Solo, but it works here. Like it actually is funny. And look at this. He's all ready because it's just see, classic. Oh, Twinkies. Oh man.
Yeah.
Twinkies. Do Twinkies still exist? It's been so long.
Yeah, they still exist.
They disappeared, but they came back. You can't kill Twinkies. I mean, Twinkies survive.
Sorry, my age is showing itself, man. It's like, they also managed to find like more women, which is a good thing because that was a problem at the end of Zombieland, man. It's always good to reach your appropriate numbers.
Yeah. The young one runs off with a hippie.
Yeah, I heard.
Man,
Yeah.
man bun,
Oh
and a
wow,
lot of
that is a
weed.
lot of weed. That is actually, but there's enough weed to last a decent part of the apocalypse. Like that's not bad.
But yeah. So this is where you start
Well,
seeing,
that's
here near the end of the trailer, you start seeing a lot of actors. If you're
Wow.
curious, I'm suck at names of actors. Like I recognize their faces. If you haven't watched the trailer and you're listening to us on podcast, just go look up Zombieland 2 trailer, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to the end of the trailer. But anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to this movie. I think it'll be good, and
Okay, that's hilarious.
Nice, fun. I wouldn't say clean, but good humor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Look
Don't
at the
take your
trailer.
kids
You're
to
right.
see
There
this.
were a lot of celebrities added in, and that looks like it's going to be pretty funny. So I'm
sadly,
actually
we can't have Bill Murray again. But
How do you know?
Well,
Don't you assume nothing?
Oh,
Plus, I could have sworn somebody said they saw Bill Murray's name in the trailer.
they killed Bill Murray in the first one. There's no way they can have him in the
He's
trailer.
faking it.
They threw him off a building.
He's faking it.
All right.
You really think Zombieland takes it that freaking seriously that they will not have Bill Murray come back?
Now, look, you got the editor pulling up IMDb to see if Bill Murray shows up in the credits now.
Yes.
Oh, it might be
Booyah.
it might be a flashback though.
Yeah,
It could or it could be a zombie. Have y'all
Oh, look,
forgotten
there's
the
Dan
actual
Aykroyd.
possibility? Oh crap, Dan Aykroyd. Wait. Oh, he's still alive? Okay.
Yeah. And
But,
Luke Wilson.
Yeah, Luke Wilson.
I
saw Luke
knew that was
Wilson.
him.
Yeah, and Thomas Middleditch.
Yeah, middle.
Man, you just do not say any names out loud. Yeah, you are bad.
Yeah. He was from that Silicon Valley show on HBO. And he's on a lot of other things too, but that's.
Bill Murray may come back as a zombie too. You're also he can see. Blood Axe already said it. Should have known. Like you're forgetting, it's literally a zombie movie. He's dead. How could he be in this zombie movie?
I thought they double tapped him, man, and then they wrapped him up and threw him off the building.
Did they double tap him?
I thought maybe not. Maybe they forgot to double tap Bill Murray.
It's Bill freaking Murray. You don't double tap Bill Murray.
Triple tap Bill Murray. If you
yeah. Comes back like the clap, man. You got to put that double effort in, triple effort. I'm kidding. The clap doesn't come back. Go see your doctors if you have unusual itches.
Bringing up the.
This is a health message. They need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's all the news I had, man. Like I told you, man. I was low. I was low on news. I did see some things we missed from the Comic-Con.
Oh, what you got?
That Amazon. Pull up. What was that steampunk show or what with the fairies on Amazon? It actually had a trailer come out. Amazon original.
Yeah, I'm thinking we did see something.
Yeah, originally we only saw the teaser for it. And
I like the interesting ways you tried to find it. Amazon steampunk corset, like just.
There it is. There's a picture of it right there. What's that?
It's called
some carnival thing, isn't it?
Carnival Row.
Carnival Row.
Okay.
So look up Carnival Row trailer on YouTube, and they got a new Carnival Row.
You found it by looking up Amazon steampunk corset. That is awesome. What an interesting way to find the trailer. You get props for that.
Is that's the official teaser?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Like I said, you should probably just look it up on that.
You know what? Bite me.
The A-list editor doesn't take no guff from nobody.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, it looks interesting. They actually did 2 trailers. One was, or maybe even 3 trailers. They did like one from the male lead's perspective, and then they did one from the female lead's perspective.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Is that Hugh Jackman?
I don't know. Oh, finally. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how many, because at first it looked like there was literally only fairies. Then we see looks like a satyr.
Yeah.
And then I saw a werewolf, or at least a zoanthrope. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a werewolf.
Oh.
But yeah, so pretty neat.
Oh,
there's apparently a lot of fairy sex in it.
A lot of fairy sex. Well, I mean, it looked like a fairy brothel.
New series, Labor Day weekend.
I saw at least 3, I think, different fairy sex scenes. So that's apparent. Somebody really had fun with that. So, hey, if that's your fetish, then Carnival Row's got you covered.
So, yeah, I'm going to be watching that.
In glitter. In fairy dust glitter.
Well, all right, then.
Yeah.
Looks like all the fairies are female. And
I'm watching in my VR headset so I can see everything.
I did not need to know that. Oh, wow.
Don't get too carried away. You might hit something.
I almost killed the editor. That's great.
Oh, man. And it does exist. I've seen the little thing on the side of, like, sites where they have, like, the 3D. Oh, you pervert.
You watched Stranger Things on the virtual reality set, too, right?
Yeah. I watched Stranger Things on it. It was actually really cool because you could sit down in, like, this virtual theater and just be able to watch it on the virtual big screen. It was cool. Anyway, enough of virtual talk. Let's Q
have a real
called
life
me
talk
up, the other day, and he was in a uproar because apparently something that happened back in like March. But apparently it's just now starting to take, which they didn't post like the footage from it until June 24th, and people are just now starting to find it and talk about it. But so at the GDC, the Game Developer Conference that happened in San Diego back in March, or San Francisco, I don't know. Anyway, You gonna jump in here, Q? I mean, this is your
At the
your topic.
GDC,
There you go.
They had a.
Come
Well, I was just. I'm sorry. Every time I see it, I get stunned from the vast stupidity and suckness of it. But basically, the GC, they had a bunch of game developers, speakers: Lana Baczynski, Yusuf Cole, Ryan Duffin, Gwen Frey, Mike Jungliff, Heather Alexander. Okay, a bunch of speakers. Good lord, there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them. Like, I cut to the actual clip that you were concerned about.
Where, yes, the wonderful conversation where they talk about how players are tyrants who basically force characters in games to do things against their will. How we bully NPCs, rob them of their free will, and force actions onto them that they might not want to do, and don't allow them their freedom of choice. This speech goes on to and go about how NPCs ought to be allowed to make their own decisions, and that players are just bullies that force conflict on them. And while cutscenes allow them some freedom of individuality, when not in cutscenes, we players are we're forcing them. I mean, it's horrible, guys. And you can see the picture. She's playing the video of the person. And I can't think of anything I can say that won't be horrible. So you can just look at, I'm scared to even assign a gender. You're scared to look at that person and guess why they might hold these unique opinions.
Oh, don't attack the person, man.
Dude, she's projecting. Okay, they are projecting onto characters a loss of freedom of will.
And their idea, I do not agree with, but there's no reason to attack their looks or attack their...
You're right. But I got so furious because I cannot wrap my head around the concept. I mean, I understand if you're talking about in some other media, but to imply in a video game, first of all, just in case someone out there has lost a little touch of reality, video game characters and NPCs are not real. They do not have emotions or feelings and are not people. But on top of that,
but players are tyrants and horrible people.
Yes, but the concept that they need to take freedom away from players and give freedom to NPCs is ridiculous because, amongst other things, that's called a movie. A scene where the characters of a particular product or medium or whatever media are acting without player control, especially at all, is just a cartoon or a video or a movie. So, one, this person does not even understand the product they're freaking talking about. They don't even understand what the heck they're talking about. They don't even understand it's a game. The difference between a game and a movie is your ability to control a character. Thus, having a problem with players controlling characters is dumb. Two, and I'm starting to get pissed off again. It took me a little while. I was half asleep before I got here. Is the concept of this is a GDC. Game designers, game developers. You can't do anything with a character that is not programmed into the game.
Yeah.
So how are you concerting control over a character outside of anything that you've already been given? The sheer stupidity of anyone wrapping their head around the concept of a character being forced to do anything that you programmed into a game is retarded.
Like 10 Noctos.
Oh, sorry, but I mean, it's sheer insanity. It's dumb beyond any concept. And to take this as a serious conversation to have in front of game developers, and they even advise game developers to take more freedom away from players because we're tyrants. How dare you make Mario jump on that Goomba? It's in the game. It's a freaking mechanic. You don't want us to jump on a Goomba? Then don't make it able to jump on a Goomba. Why are you calling people tyrants?
Let me reel you in a bit because you're loud, you're yelling, and you're emotional.
But they clapped like this was a real conversation.
Well, no,
like this person did not get up there and take a poop in their hand and throw it on the camera.
I understand.
This is effectively what the conversation is.
I mean, but
this would be a great Q's rant.
So here's the thing, and here's basically what I got from listening to what she said. Is it seems like this developer is projecting herself on her characters and feels that characters developed should do what basically seems like she wants the characters to do what she wants them to do, not what the player wants them to do.
It's called a movie.
But she's projecting that into the character's free will, which, I mean, the character is a bunch of zeros and ones. It's not a real life character. It isn't a movie. Now, the thing is some people like to play story games where there's not a lot of choice, and that's fine. Make those types of games, but I think it's. But you go up in front of a crowd and you say players are horrible people. Players are tyrants. They do things that are just horrible in these games. Yeah, well, they're frickin' video games, man. Like, we play video games to have choice. To be able to put that much, I don't know, like, to act like those characters are real and have feelings, like, that's almost mental to me. Like, that is that is a weird line to draw.
Actually, the funny thing is, this is why I hang out with you. You've actually brought up a very good point. The key part about what you said that's amazing now that you've said it is that it's not even that thought itself is wrong. It's the fact that what you said, she is projecting what she wants them to do. It isn't even merely, her issue is not that players play characters, it's that they play them the way she does not want them to play. So it's not even as mature as her caring about those characters. It's her caring that they are interacting the way she wants. First, for all she freaking knows, they're being played exactly the way their designers want them. So to get up in front of a room of people and go, you are letting players use your characters a way I don't like, you need to change that, is an entitled, ridiculously selfish mentality that is ridiculous. And the way that she would do that is, like you stated, you did really good, that she got insulted by the way she saw people playing characters. She even brings up in one part, it's like that somebody made a video, there was a death montage, they showed all the different death scenes, I think it was in Resident Evil, for a character. It said that was just cruel to the character. And I was like, you do understand the reason I made that video is because the creators of the game created a different death scene for each of those deaths. The creators. You want to know how you keep somebody from doing a death montage? Don't do a bunch of fancy, elaborate death scenes for the characters. So you're telling people who's their characters, they're doing it wrong. The creators. That is so entitled.
I mean, honestly, creating that video is a homage to that developer on putting that much effort in various death scenes. And once again, like I said, and Blood Axe agrees, you agree, it's projecting. She was pushing her own beliefs onto a system. And the fact that, I don't know, man.
If they didn't boo her off the stage,
well,
they're actual game developers she's talking to. They should have literally been
I don't know, man. Maybe
I made Kratos. I don't want you to tell me how Kratos should act.
I mean, the thing is, though, we push freedom of speech and all that. She has the right to think that way. She has the right to get up in front of a crowd and say that if she wants to, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Where I don't agree with the idea, and I'll gladly.
But I have a right to hate it, right?
Well, yeah, and we can rebuke the idea or whatever. Doesn't make her. Maybe they were applauding because it was such a crappy idea to have the gonads to be able to go up on that stage and say that stuff. They were like, man, that's bravery. I don't know.
I hate the bravery clap more than anything. I know it. I can't help but get so upset, but it's because I could not really wrap my head around it. Like, it just struck me as wrong on so many levels. And so asinine that, like, I got pretty upset about it.
Yeah, I know. I got the call.
Right,
and I'm over here. I'm just like, man, I want to get back on my VR.
Well, and it's because it just amazing. Because I'm going like, what are you talking about? And why is no one? And then, like you said, it's been sitting since March and nobody thought to open their mouth and be like, what the flip are you talking about until recently? I mean, unless I just missed all the articles where people called it sheer bananas before then.
There are thousands and thousands of videos uploaded every day. So there's a good possibility you could have missed something.
And honestly, there's a big conflict because I believe fully in freedom of speech, but I'm kind of getting concerned about the sheer toxicity of some of the ideas that are being pushed out. I'm really worried that some of this madness will take root and we'll start to see dumber. Because you cannot tell me you don't agree with this. Tell me to my face that you have not seen some horrible ideas actually manifest in movies and games and mediums recently that we never would have saw 5 years ago.
Well, no,
that were so clearly bad. Before you agree, make sure you hear the whole thing I'm saying so you may disagree. That were so clearly bad that you honestly don't believe they would not have happened before our current wave of thought. They were so obviously bad that you're like, there's no way this would have happened a few years ago. Have you not seen some stuff that seems that bad?
Well, no, and I have.
And
I mean, the thing is, you know, the only way things are going to change is your audience. Your audience is going to create change. Your audience is going to go, hey, we don't like this. Right now, we have a lot of people that are voicing those types of opinions and so forth. So what do you do when you hear a lot of those voiced opinions? Well, you're going to try to adapt to those because that's what because when you hear it every day, that sounds like what'll make you money.
The companies, yeah, their companies have always been out of touch. They think something's a good idea with from, like you said, from repetition versus actual forethought. But here, basically, I'll make this prediction then. This is my finale. I'm rounding my rant out with this.
That's also why I push freedom of speech is because, I don't want that voice not to be out there. But I also, as long as we keep pushing for freedom of speech for everybody.
And that was unfair.
You can't have, now, I mean, as soon as you block anybody, that isn't breaking the law because of a call to action, stuff like that is breaking the law. You can't incite violence. But as long as you're not doing something that's against the law, I think you should be able to
I was unfair. I was aggressive and I came at the person, but I can't help it. I know what would be the reverse reaction, and that wasn't appropriate because I dislike the fact that people of that mindset attack other people so aggressively, but it doesn't make it all right for me to do it. Well, so I will admit that much. That was beneath me to go after the person directly.
Yeah, I understand why you had that because she was attacking
something I really care about.
Well, she was technically attacking you
as a player,
as a gamer, as a player, when she said that gamers are horrible people and they scare her.
But that was me projecting
just
back.
Because somebody says something.
Am I scary, guys?
It's not.
Nobody think about you, Edder. but I'll wrap it up on this. But first, I will say that he actually makes a good point, and there's nothing that disgusts me more than hypocrisy. So it was wrong of me to attack the person directly. While I consider their views inane, I really could care less about their identity or how they look. So you're right, because I really don't care. In any real way, but all that doxing stuff, man, that kind of bugs me. Yeah, that's a whole other speed. We're gonna have to make a
now that doxing is technically that is against the law if you look at it, because doxing is basically a call to action. You're giving somebody's location to your. If that's not a call to action, I don't know what is.
And it's a tactic that has created a real hostility that I'm trying to control because I dislike it greatly. I consider it to be something that should seriously be followed up with legally with some repercussions. But here's the real finale. I'm making a Q prediction again, one of my wild predictions, and that is that this is the other reason I'm saying, because this will happen. This is how dumb some of these companies are. The companies. Mm-hmm. There will be a game where you will be playing it now, and you will make a decision, and the game will stop to tell you were wrong to click that. And the decision was just a trick. It will give you a speech about how you are an alien invading. It will be a game will preach to you now. At some point, you're going to be in a game and go like, punch in the face. Well, I am not punching him in the face, and you cannot make me. It's going to do
I'm
it.
Sure there's a developer out there that will make something like that, but I don't think as a whole. I mean, we just saw it. We talked about the other day Outer Worlds, where he's like, no. I'm not shoving a choice down anybody's throat. He's like, I'm putting out to make money. Stuff. So, I mean, you have developers out there that are going, hey, look, choice of the players. And all we can do is support those developers if that's the way we believe.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, all that stuff.
And Outer Worlds now. I've forgiven Outer Worlds to a degree, even though
the developer is not the one that made it the Epic exclusive.
They are the one that decided to truly follow the concepts of freedom, ideas, and speech and give people choice, options, and ability to interpret a game the way they want.
Yeah.
And this is why I got so upset. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the real off. We'll make it quick, but I'll throw the real cover off. This isn't even just about games. It's about freedom. And this is where I think that people out there, please reconsider some of the things you're saying and doing, because it doesn't matter what direction it's coming from. You're taking freedom from people when you tell people they don't have a choice. They can't express themselves the way they want. They can't play the game the way they want. That is a loss of freedom. You are not a freedom fighter if you are telling somebody they cannot do something that's not illegal, that's not hurting anyone, and then honestly it's their own dang business because they bought the game. So if you want a real talk here, be about real freedom of expression. Be about real freedom of choice. Because you are not. Your views are not about freedom of choice. Especially because the NPCs don't have choice. They are programs. They create 3 paths and you pick a path. Who are you to tell me which path is wrong? There you go. Boom. Mic drop. I can't really do that. These new mics are expensive. But you get my point.
Yeah. And thanks for watching this odd direction the Dicejunkies took today. Well, we did go in a little more serious, I think.
We try to avoid these subjects, man, but I thank you for letting me get it out. Sorry I started off toxic, but I really wanted to get to that point that freedom is something, it goes both ways. Yeah. If I give you the freedom to feel the way you want to feel, guess what? It's got to go backwards. If it's just you, then you're the tyrant. Put on your little tyrant hat, ma'am. You're telling me how to play a game.
All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this up, and then we'll get into something a little more fun with random encounters after this. So thanks for watching this episode. If you liked it, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening to us on the podcast, Random Encounters is coming up next. And if you're watching us live on Twitch. If you're watching us live on Twitch, Random Encounters is coming up next. You can join us in the chat room and watch us live on Twitch every Sunday at 3:30. And like I said, once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, just be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that little bell icon so that you get notified. And you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff. Go to Dicejunkies.com. We have links everywhere we are online there. And you can support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Dicejunkies. Thanks for watching, and as always, we hope you enjoy.